blah de 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 blah blah de blah de blah de blah de blah de blah. Pay attention! Hello. I hope I didn't frighten you too much. Did it sound familiar, having someone shout at you and tell you to pay attention? Why aren't you paying attention? You should pay attention. The pressure that we get in this world. But what exactly is attention? And were we actually designed to force ourselves to pay attention? Dr. Bates demonstrated that poor eyesight is caused by strain, caused by mental strain. And I do believe that the wrong kind of attention has a lot to do with generating mental strain. I'm studying this book, The Psychology of Attention, by a chap called Ribot. It's out of print. I got this really execrable print-on-demand reprint. And to save you the bother of ploughing through it yourself, I'm going to try and distill something of the essence of what Ribot is saying about attention. Better. Better. Good, okay. As my dog demonstrated there, being in a state of attentiveness is not the normal, natural state to be. The natural state to be in is a state of fairly broad awareness. As soon as something comes into your awareness that strikes a chord with you, that maybe gives you a sensation, a feeling, stimulates your desire or your antipathy, but in the case of the dog it was desire. Something comes along that attracts your attention. Now you don't decide to put your attention on the thing that attracts it. It's a completely automatic process, and it happens because there's a sort of magnetism between you, your inner feelings, and this thing. In the case of the dog, a piece of cheese is a very strong stimulus to pay attention. In the case of human beings, a teacher standing in front of a board and explaining something really difficult is not a strong stimulus to attention. The attention that the dog gives to the cheese is natural and spontaneous. And this is how we all start our life as babies, by paying attention in a natural and spontaneous way. Whatever grabs our attention, we look towards it, we reach for it, we try to taste it, touch it. It makes a connection with us, or we make a connection with it. And then as we get older, we begin to take on the idea that we've got to shape and direct our attention. And this creates in us a sort of artificial attention. And now we're paying attention to something that we wouldn't naturally go to. We wouldn't naturally think, calculus. Well, if we're a naturally mathematically gifted person who really finds it exciting and we've already learned enough to understand it, then we might actually have a sort of natural attentiveness to somebody explaining calculus. But for other people who can't relate to it, we have to force ourselves. So, what can you do? Try and keep your attention natural whenever you can. Don't be always forcing yourself to do something that you think you should be doing. Let yourself just, chill out. Your natural attention is always drawn by things that you have an emotional connection with. So you can develop your natural attention by building up emotional connections with things. If you're having to perform a task which is boring and you don't really like to do it, and so you end up forcing yourself, a different approach would be to find something about that task that engages your emotions. What is it that you actually like about it? Whatever little thing you can say to yourself, yeah, I look forward to that bit. And so if you keep focusing on that, you will build up your ability to attend naturally to the task, and you will reduce your need to force your attention, which will in turn strain your brain and strain your eyesight, and you want to avoid that if you can. The other approach is actually to stop doing what you're doing. If you find that you're beginning to daydream in the middle of a task, for example, this is a sign to you that you are actually forcing your attention too much and it just doesn't want to do it anymore. So let it have a break. Do something different. Look out of the window. Don't just look out of the window though. Look out of the window and see what you can see that's interesting. Over there in the distance, can you see a bird? What kind of bird is it? Just anything that you can engage your emotions with, and so allow your attention, your natural attention, to just flow freely. What's your favourite thing to think about? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, share it. Oh. Bye.